The property market is always moving. What applied 2 months ago may not apply now. To avoid the traps and find the opportunities, you need to stay tuned in. Australian Property Investor Magazine. Read the market. Out now.
We invest in property to be free of swapping time for money, and because of the leveraging possibilities, it's the only investment that you can leverage up to 90%, whereas stocks you can only leverage up to 70%. It's a little bit like playing adult Monopoly, so it's fun, it's an easy way to make money, although we wouldn't do it if it wasn't a way to make money without losing our integrity.
Our long-term plan is to be financially free. We do not focus on the number of properties, but we focus on their gross value and their quality. Given we have a long-term plan to have $1 million worth of compound growth per year, and accordingly, using our financial modelling, we compound 10% per year. Therefore, we need to have $10 million worth of property.
We get excited. When the market gets rocky, there are usually lots of sellers out there in difficult situations. We go looking for them and rescue them. So those sorts of people are usually looking for fantastic terms and cash and quick settlements. So that's what we offer, and we get the price that we want as a result of that. When the market gets rocky, it's business nous that gets you by, not the market that determines your prospects.
Buy in an area you know intimately. Buy for the long term. Adopt a buy to hold strategy. And thirdly, treat your property investment like a business and manage it accordingly.
The biggest challenge has definitely been wrapping our head around the fact that it's possible. Stretching your belief paradigms is something that you constantly have to do when you're a property investor. We're always looking for opportunities to grow and become more as people, and this has really given us a vehicle to do that, because we're constantly amazed at how much more we can be and how much more we can do. And that in the future is going to give us the possibility of contributing back to the community, because very shortly we'll have enough funds to look after ourselves and our children forever. And that's going to be the most fun part of the journey for us, is bringing that back into the community in a worthwhile endeavour.
We would have started investing in property much earlier than we did, and in hindsight we probably would have invested in off-the-plan houses and apartments during 2004 and using deposit bonds, and flipped them in 2006 at the peak of the WA property market.
Look, as I said before, it's business nous, not the market, that dictates your success as an investor. The Generation X and Y, the problem there seems to be that they want instant gratification. Geoff and I only bought our first new lounge 2 years ago, and that was because every single spare cent that we had was going into buying property, because the sooner we could stop swapping time for money, the better. And if you look at the market currently, 9% of stock in Perth, 50% of stock in Sydney is under the median for those areas. So there are deals to have. You've just got to go out there and find them.
Well, education is critical. Buy a property investment book and read it, and learn the language of property and investing. And you're obviously watching this video, so subscribe to the API magazine, it's invaluable. Secondly, do your research. No, don't be forced into following the investment herd, and don't be greedy. Have a long-term strategy, and don't chase the quick buck. Start out small and simple. Take considered risk, and learn as you go. You know, don't take uneducated risk. And source a mentor and a coach. That goes a long way. Talk to people. Talk to people who've actually done it.
We're keeping a close eye on the market, particularly the underpriced southern beachside corridor. Western Australia has got to get over its small town complex, Perth in particular. We have got an economy here that is absolutely booming. Last week we had a billionaire from China come and say, hey, we need your iron ore and we're not getting it fast enough. How about I bring in the infrastructure to supply and the labour force to supply the industry with what's lacking, which is those two things. What will happen here is exactly what's happened in Queensland. We've had a boom, we're on pause. The market will recover in terms of wrapping its head around a new paradigm of wealth. We are the lucky country, and the lucky country is in WA and Queensland at the moment. And Queensland's just taken off after a 3-year pause in its boom. We're going to do the same here.
API gives us valuable tax and legislative tips. It keeps us focused on our strategy by reinforcing the direction we're taking. It gives us a lot of comfort. It gives us market statistics to help in our decision making and to reinforce our goals. It's fun to read.